Alright, this is Austin's ass. He's fixing a hydroplane across this water he's getting in. This shit's so deep. Look, he's swimming right now. Hell yeah. We're looking at about a 15-foot gap. This is Austin. He's fixing a hydroplane across this water. Ladies and gentlemen, here he goes.
You can find me in the mountains or perhaps out on the seas, in the desert getting dusty from that Albuquerque breeze. In the summer just like Juvenile, 400 degrees. When the season starts to change, I keep an eye on falling leaves. This is everything I wanted, this is everything I need. Some people think that I've been taken, but I'm shaking off the fleas. Not a dog, just a metaphor, hope my lady sees. That's a reference to some old shit from this girl named Ashley. If you sit back and you listen, I will share a few stories about the time when I was growing up in small town Tennessee. A bunch of racist motherfuckers, it was fortunate for me. I learned a lot of lessons about life, but not all of them were free. A blonde girl told me that she liked me, but that we could never be. If she brought me home to mom and dad, they wouldn't be too pleased. This is way back in high school before we had college degrees. I had a brother, we were pretty close but different actually. We came from the same pod, but we were very different peas. One thing we had in common was that we both drove a Chevy. We had privilege from our parents, so we purchased up them Z's. Had a black Camaro 28 with the T's. My brother had the 71 sitting on 33. CD changer, rotate, 8-ball and MJG. Shortly after that began a list of all discrepancies. My brother had no plans or formulated prophecies. I was in the kitchen cooking up my life philosophies. I would see him out from time to time, it was not frequently. At a bar once or twice, but mostly it was house parties. He could throw back a whole 12-pack of the Bud Light beer with ease. He was kicking it with Wiseman and a guy named Timothy. I lost a good friend by the name of Falabi Zachary. I didn't even think twice before I started pushing the keys. Not the booger sugar, but the backlit LEDs. Even though I had a few friends focused on the brain freeze. DD powder in the summertime, season pass keys. I was staying pretty frosty, but I never needed skis. Had to get up out the south so I could sing my melody.
It's really no problem. When you die, you just drop dead. That's all there is to it. But what makes it a problem is that you're dragging a past. And all those things you've done, all those achievements you've made, all these relationships and people that you've accumulated as your friends, all that has to go. See, it isn't here now. A few friends might be around you, but all that past that identifies you as who you are, which is simply memory, all that has to go, and we feel just terrible about that. But if we didn't, if we were just dying, that's all, death wouldn't be a problem.
I wake up on a flight, I'm headed to other countries. Thailand and then India, quick stop in the Maldives. Scuba diving, certifying, shout out to Patty. Sri Lanka, then I head up to work on my Nepalese. Jump across the Oman Ramadan inside the UAE. Met a Memphis friend in Israel who lives in Tel Aviv. Jerusalem, Tiberias, then float on the sea. Now we're moving on to Nazareth, the birthplace of JC. I got the fuck up out of there because I really don't believe. Took the compass out and found my way to Istanbul, Turkey. Wish I could tell you xenophobes how nice the Muslims were to me, but I'd be wasting all my time in a singular we use for breeze. So I continue on to England, that's a little more your speed. London, Liverpool, Manchester, British royalty. Lack of sunshine and melanin, the place and people so pasty. Moving on to Monaco, I can't afford a Ferrari. Bought a snowboard in Geneva, told you fuckers I don't ski. Met my brother from another mother out in Chamonix. Up to Switzerland and back, we called up all of the valley. I hit a Rome in Amsterdam, I met Miss Emma in Paris. Did a tour of Morocco, it was such a pleasant dream. This was way back in the day, but now it's just a reverie. And when I got back to the States, some things were weird so shockingly. I continued doing everything that came so naturally. So I played the dating game and spent some time romantically. I had a run-in with a gold digger like 1933. It was Tinder, okay Cupid, and sometimes a bubble bee. But when that phase came to an end, I knew I had to get busy. Let's back it up to 4 years prior, I planted a seed. Did a road trip, started California, ended Miami. Bought a sailboat, I could float over into the Florida Keys. Some people she goes by in Tetris, I call her Betty. She's a sloop rig, one twig, piercing 323. Smile so big, dread wig, see my wisdom teeth. On my first trip, water whip, sailed to Bimini. It was a bite, lip type shit, the rest is history.
When the architects of our republic wrote the magnificent words of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned.
I was just a dreamer with a few itineraries, planned to sail around the world 360 degrees. All the wind patterns of the blue planet became my studies. How to change the diesel oil and flush out the antifreeze. How to navigate by stars and learn about the Pleiades. VHF on channel 16 hailing and emergencies. All the ocean current cycles and climate anomalies. I shared the plans with the ones I love, they all thought it was too risky. Then they mumbled a few words about responsibilities. I said fuck it, carpe diem, it's the day I'm gonna seize. Perhaps it's who I am, just one of my proclivities. I said I love all of you and then gave everyone a squeeze. Then motored up the Golden Gate like it was the movies. Caught a crab trap in my prop and then felt some anxiety. Now I'm seasick as a motherfucker, I done caught the queeze. Take up bearing down on me, I question visibility. So I called him on the radio, asked intentionalities. It's a classic, two ships passing in the night activities. That one shook me up a bit, I almost shit in my undies. I made a choice to turn around, it brought me to my knees. I cried a little bit and wiped the tears off with my sleeve. Back on land I figured out the failures of my faculties. I was sorting through my folklore and all my mythologies. I had to reevaluate, recalibrate reality. It took a year to try again, I waited patiently.
I like to feel progress. I like to feel the wind and itself. Doesn't matter where you're going. As long as the wind's blowing, it feels better. Checking with you later. Peace.
After a year of land loving, I was ready to be free. Feel the open ocean air and all the possibilities. I already licked my wounds, now it was time for liberties. To roam around the world collecting people's 2 pennies. I sailed away from land with almost 15 knots of breeze, and I ain't never going back, I think of my ancestries. My grandma's grandma running from the cage of slaveries. I think it's in my DNA to avoid all captivities. And the malignant motherfuckers' condescending tendencies. Is the captain coming up one of my greatest memories. Working hard as hell to keep it simple, no complexities. I'm just living life and loving all of its perplexity. I could end the song right here, but I got bars for centuries. Well, I'm really just explaining time experientially. You just donated 8 minutes of your time so graciously. I'd like to pick up where I left off, I was going linear there.
Alright, now let's see, where were we? Oh, yeah.
24 days it took to get to Hawaii. I didn't see another soul. Some days I kinda felt lonely, but when I dropped the anchor in Hilo, I did it so proudly. I left the big island and did a little hop to find Maui. Molokai, Honolulu, docked in Waikiki. I met a honey bunny rabbit face. She taught me to volley. I wanna thank you for so much because you stood so patiently. And then I found the Tao Motus. It was accidentally another jump, and I was surfing waves in Chopu, Tahiti. Bora Bora and Moorea, they are known for their beauties. In American Samoa, there was some difficulties. I saw Truman Burbank sitting on a beach inside Fiji. Tana Vanuatu erupted impressively. I took it kinda slow and spent a year as an Aussie. I learned to say good day, mate, stereotypically. After we cleared in the Bundaberg, went south to see Sydney. Then bounced it back to Brisbane, for short they call it breezy. And when the season was just right, we headed north so we could lead. Everyone in Indonesia felt like my own family. I often reminisce about their hospitality. 15,000 islands and the water clarity. It's such a shame how that most people only get to see Bali. Singapore, Malaysia, now Thailand repeatedly. This time it was the same, but I transported differently. A year in Sri Lanka for COVID, what an opportunity. In the Seychelles, people thought that I was from the native league. South Africa was harsher with the terminology. Met a really nice lady who acted deceptively. When all was said and done, I smiled for a pregnancy. St. Helena's an island and it's Suriname and then Grenada and 2 of the ABCs. The Panama Canal puts boats in close proximity. I was tied up to a yacht that cost 2 million plus some G's. Back to the Pacific Ocean, home stretch finalities. Costa Rica, Mexico, I battled northerlies. I almost died on Cedros Island, fluid insufficiencies. I can see the finish line now and I'm moving towards the leads. Santa Cruz Island, had to dodge a few seaweeds. The tears, they started falling in the saltwater it needs. Last time I dropped the anchor, thought about what it completes. I've been gone for 7 years with no American worries. And now I'm standing on the edge thinking about my re-entries. I've seen trauma get the best of people in society. So don't build yourself a prison and then throw away the key. Try to be modest about my joys, comparisons a thief. And when I shut her down, I had the best sigh of relief.
Oh, he's just checking it out.
You better bunny hop right about there, as hard as you can.
This is Austin. He's fixing a hydroplane across this water. Ladies and gentlemen, here it goes.
I may have lost my mind.
Hell yeah!
There's no wind